This is a Nismo cold air intake, and we are about to install it on Project Juke over there. Now, the idea behind Project Juke is not like to go completely nuts, slam this thing to the ground, you know, try to get 300 horsepower of this thing. But the idea was, what kind of affordable mods can we put on this thing to give it a little more giddy up, you know, make it a little more sporty to drive and still be practical. So today's episode, it's this. Now, this is not necessarily a how-to on this, because there's plenty of those on YouTube. And this is the Nissan Nation. We want to get this thing on and just go have some fun in this car. So let's get started. By no means has this been hard of a project. One little 10mm bolt down there has been was a booger, and that was about it, honestly. Pretty simple so far. Fingers crossed. All right, tech tip when working on Nissans: you want these. They just get brittle over time, and these little clips, and they're not expensive from Nissan at all. I don't know, 20-30 cents a piece, something like that maybe. And I try to keep a bag of them in my shop, just because everything about these older cars, they get hot, they get brittle, and when you pop them off, they just crumble. So get you some. So there you have it. Easy install. Basically 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 bolts, I think, and it was out. The factory box. Had to take the front wheel off to get to the inner liner where the filter goes. So if you ever want to clean this filter, you're gonna have to take the wheel liner off. But that's pretty much any of these cold air intakes that I've found. That's, I mean, the way they route them. Unless you got a short ram, and I'm not I went furthest away from all the heat I can, so that's why I went with the longer ram on this one. Get a nice little bit of the spool now, where you can hear the intake sucking in the air. The car seems to be super happy. Let's see if we can mid-punch of this car now is I definitely can notice it. I took it for a little spin a minute ago once I just buttoned it up just to double check everything, and you get that, it just feels more punchy. Now, at a high RPM, I've noticed that you get the turbo drops off a little quicker because it's pushed a little hard, but I think a tune will help that. And then once I get the new blow-off valve on there, I think that'll help that just a little bit as well. So there you have it. That is the Nismo intake, and I definitely can tell a difference. It's hard to get some outside audio as you're driving because, you know, you get the wind noise and stuff, but it definitely sounds better. You definitely get that more racier feel to it. The mids definitely has more punch in that mid-level RPM range. Third, fourth, and fifth definitely woke those up a little bit. And I've had cold air intakes on a Honda before, and I've never been one for like, oh man, but I guess on the turbos, it really does wake them up. So From wherever you're watching us around the globe, from my driveway to yours, this has been your Nissan Nation podcast, and we did some Nismo things. Peace, everybody.